Hello everyone, this is Taryn with Wonderfully Made Handcrafting, and today I'm putting together a page with all the ephemera pieces I made during my ideas for this kit video. I'll link that video down below, but I created this tag, also did that lemonade stand, and I actually dyed the tea bag with real tea, just sitting it in some tea water. I did that on Instagram the other day to show how it turned out, and I actually really liked it once it dried, so I decided to use that as well. So I'm basically just putting this all together for day 2's devotional. I really liked the quote from Judy that says, "Choosing praise produces joy." As we're talking about Leah and all the sons that she had and different names that she named them, I just thought that was an important thing to remember, is that choosing praise produces joy. And so that was my main point of this devotion or journaling page. So all I did was added some antique linen on the back of this page, the Distress Oxide, and then I sprayed it to kind of pick some of that up. And now I'm coming in with that Define stamp, and I'm just going to stamp it around. It's not going to be perfect. I don't want it to be perfect. I just want some texture in that background. I am stamping this tone on tone. It creates a very neutral background that's not going to overtake the cluster I'm working on. I don't want that to happen. A lot of times I like doing really crazy backgrounds and not having the cluster be so important, but this cluster is already busy with those lemons from the stencil and also that lemonade stand, so I really don't want the background overtaking this at all. So now I'm looking at how I'm going to set this up. I do want it to kind of be in a triangle shape, and so that's why I'm putting my lemonade stand furthest to the left. I also have this fun little book binding that I tore off, and that will just give me a really fun texture to work with. My Bible is getting pretty chunky, so a lot of these things require quite a bit of glue. So I'll glue this down first, and then I'll move on to the tag. Now the tag is going to include some definite extra glue, as it is a thicker piece of cardstock to begin with. So I'm just wanting to make sure that all the corners get enough glue, and you'll actually see me come here in a second and add a little bit more to that bottom right hand corner. I don't want anything lifting, especially with all the layers I'm putting down on this page. So for this tea bag, I didn't want to use liquid glue because I didn't want it seeping through, and so I remembered that I had this tape from scrapbook.com. It's basically like score tape, except it's their own version. I completely forgot about it, and I'm so glad that I remembered it because it works perfectly for things like this that you don't want glue just kind of oozing out of, and it sticks really good. So I'm just going to tear those off and then place that down in the cluster, and then we'll work on this lemonade stand. Now this lemonade stand, I didn't want to make you sit and watch. I placed all this little foam tape everywhere. It took quite a bit of time cutting all these tiny little pieces, and so I didn't want you to just sit there and watch. So I placed that down in my cluster, and then to finish this page off, all I have to do is add that date stamp. If you have time to sit down and create using your different stamps and stencils that you've either pulled together or purchased for a specific kit, and just create those ephemera pieces at the beginning of the month, or tags, or just different products that you can use in a Bible journaling page, it makes putting together pages like this super simple. Basically, all I had to do was create a background and then just put this cluster together, and the page was done. If you'd like to see some other ideas for the kit subject to change, I'll link that video next, but also don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at Wonderfully Made Handcrafting, because I also post some ideas over there on my stories. I'll try to link everything I use down below in the description, and I hope you have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.